Hello, welcome to the second course that Tarot Works presents on Udemy. This is a walk through the Celtic cross layout. My name is Jean Fiorini. I'm a professional tarot reader. I live and work in Portland, Maine on the east coast of the United States. I've been reading, teaching, and writing about tarot for 22 years. And I'm very pleased and happy to be able to use the technology to be able to connect both the teacher of the tarot with the students of the tarot so that we can all really savor this amazing system of symbols. Today we are going to talk about the Celtic cross layout. I would just ask you to visit my site, which is tarotworks.com, if and when you are ready to dip your toe further into the tarot pool. There's all sorts of great resources there on the site. But today we're going to talk about probably the most traditional of the ways to use the tarot, the Celtic cross layout. This is probably the most venerated layout. It's got a steeped and varied tradition in the tarot. Part of the thing that makes it complicated is that various authors and students of the tarot use the positions in different ways. I'm going to show you one way. If you find another method that works better for you using this basic layout, feel free to do so. The other thing that makes the tarot this layout complicated, aside from the fact that different people interpret the positions to mean different things, is the fact that it's a 10-card layout. There are a lot of cards that makes it very complex, complicated, and a little overwhelming if you're a beginner student of tarot. So I would not put pressure on any beginner student to have to feel like they need to have the Celtic layout mastered, partly because of its complexity, but also because you don't need a lot of cards in the tarot to get great information. But having said all that, the Celtic cross has its place. What situations might be appropriate for using the Celtic cross layout? If I had a very specific question, I would not use this layout. I would go with something simpler and something more direct. But the beauty and the curse of the Celtic cross layout is that it's encompassing. It has many different facets. It's going to give you an overview of the place that you find yourself in right now. It's going to show you a little bit about your past, what is impacting the present moment that has happened in the past, what's relevant to where you find yourself now. There's a lot of information in this layout about the current situation, the dynamics at work in your life in the present moment, and then we get some clues about where you might be headed. So we get a nice feel for the past, the present, and the future, and we're also going to get a view as to how the personal aspects of your life are interacting with the transpersonal parts of your life, the components of life that we do not have control over. And this is what the tarot is made up of. This is how the tarot can inform us about our life. So I would be suggesting to people that you would use this layout sparingly, that you maybe use it quarterly. I wouldn't use it once a week. I really wouldn't even use it once a month. I would maybe do it at the beginning of each season. Take a look at how things have changed, how things are evolving, what's going on, what might have shifted. It's a great reading or method of reading for birthdays, anniversaries. New Year's is a great time to throw the Celtic layout and see the tone for the coming year. It's also a very good layout for significant life changes for people. If somebody is getting married, if somebody is retiring, if somebody is maybe making a physical move from one part of the country to another, maybe somebody has a significant job change happening. These are all really good times to be using this 10-card layout. It may not address some of your specific questions, but it is going to give you the big picture. So you can always add to the layout after you've thrown and interpreted the 10 cards that show up on the table. So, being aware that what we're going to talk about here in this course is a very complex spread. It's a very intertwined web of significances and meanings. So we're going to go through it step by step. We're going to take even from the notion of how do I get my cards into the layout. That's really where you have to start with any kind of tarot process. So having said all that, thank you for being here, and please stay tuned for the second part of a walk through the Celtic layout. Thanks for being here.